Howdy, howdy, everyone. I hope you all are doing wonderfully tonight, or today, or whatever time zone y'all are in. Morning, afternoon, night, whatever. Uh, I'm sorry I've been canceling so many streams lately. I do kind of want to talk about that to start because I fucking love streaming. I do. Um, I but I do feel like I have to explain myself because it feels like my schedule, although it does get posted still, it's a bit finicky due to the fact that well, I have yeah, I'm going to be outright with this. I have really bad stomach issues. So there are certain days where my stomach will not behave with me. And it's why I don't exactly do much outside of this. I stream for 4 hours, and then my stomach gives me trouble, and then I fucking stop streaming. Despite wanting to stream more, it's fucking exhausting. Not to mention that this entire stream is supposed to be chill, fun, and it's no fun if I'm just like constantly exhausted, constantly dehydrated, constant blah blah blah. The point is that I'm sorry I'm missing so many streams lately. My stomach has been uh, not great. Plus, I have so many other projects in the works that honestly I can't wait to get around to. Um, the truth is that all these projects have been eating up my time. I've been writing stories. I've been getting ready to do an animated series, which I am super stoked to show you guys because holy hell, it's coming along fantastically. I do have a role in it. I don't think I'm going to keep the role permanently because I think someone can fill the role better than me, but for right now, it's it's going. The world is spinning. The world good is not in a good state right now. I'm sure you all know this, and you guys don't want to hear me go on and on about how the fucking politics in the U.S. are just like a shit show. We can't afford anything, and it's not like anyone can do anything about it. But the truth is, because things are so bad, is why I need so much support on this channel. I need people donating. I need people subscribing. I need people just spreading the word. It's the same in the UK. Heck yeah, I understand that, and it fucking blows. It does. So doing these charity streams are ways I can raise money, and right now I'm focusing on YouTube because YouTube right now if I manage to hit partner before the end of the year, it is possible that I remain partner throughout the next year. Full stop. Which is why I've been doing so many shorts. I've been calling off my streams because I need to record and stuff like that. Because it's so important to me to get like as much money so we can give that money to the people who need it. I keep none of this money for myself. I want to be clear on that. None of this money goes to me. I get my payout and I donate it straight to Stream for a Cause. Stream for a Cause being the charity organization that runs, well, that I work with. Because they give to charities that are ignored by a lot of people. Thank you, Nightbot. And thank you, Leo. Stream for a Cause raises funds that we turn into grants and or basically we give money to the small local charities that a lot of the bigger ones overshadow. So you won't see me giving it to Doctors Without Borders or stuff like that. But This is like homeless shelters, LGBTQ help centers, and stuff like that. And it's the stuff that people really need right now because it is the most important thing in this world is to help each other. And I grew up fairly well off. You all know this. If you don't know this and you don't know who I am, I grew up with two film stars as my goddamn parents. And I am lucky as fucking hell to have them in my life still and to still be supporting me on this journey. My goal, my dream is that everyone has the same level of security that I had growing up. Where you don't need to worry about food, you don't have to worry about schooling. You don't have to worry if your kid is special needs. I want to give what I can to those people. My goal is to help as many people as possible by donating all the money I earn on this stream to, you know, charity organizations and to help my friends or, like to just help people. It doesn't matter where they come from, what they do. It matters that they need help because the one thing I know about this world. Thank you for the hydrate, and of course you get a hug, Amber. The one thing I know about this world is that it is cruel, and it is cruel when it doesn't have to be. Sure, people like there are things that we can't control. We can't control the weather. We can't control. Well, we can control climate change to an extent. We're not getting into that. We can't control, when tsunamis hit, where they hit, but what we can control is how we help people who get hit by those natural disasters, who need the help, who need a supportive parent, and that's why I'm here. I'm here for people to have a very, very good time just chilling out and feel good about helping others and spread the word so others do get help. Which is why for every 20 subs I get, I donate 10 subs. Every time we fill up that damn sub cup on my gameplay screen, I give another 10 subs. I don't have to do any of this. But the reason I do is because that's me contributing. So realistically, these streams, I go negative. I have no way of making money on these streams because I don't want a way to make money. I want a way that people feel the urge to help each other. Whether it's gifting a sub or giving to the charity directly or giving to me and I give to the charity. Doesn't matter. Because what we are doing is we are helping everyone. And that is the most important thing in this world is for people to help each other. It is I'm going to say this. I got to grow up in an era where kids weren't treated like they were stupid. Now, don't get me wrong. Kids do stupid things. And I will be the first to admit that I did some stupid ass shit as a kid. Um, but like I realized that I grew up playing like games like Putt Putt, Spy Fox, and some other kids games at Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And as I've been replaying through them on my streams, by the way, go check out the Putt Putt YouTube video. It's fucking hysterical. But I see references to very adult things. And I remember asking my dad once because I was playing putt putt the other day. I was playing putt putt Travels Through Time, which is a game where you play as a little card traveling through time. Anyway, besides the point, there is a 1984 reference. There is a 1984 reference in a game made for 5-year-olds. And I remember asking my dad, what is 1984 about? And it's like, it's about a world where the government controls everything. And and at the time, me not being a nuanced kid, thought it as a good thing, sort of. And not really, but sort of. Because the truth is, I had no context on what 1984 was about, Big Brother and all that. I still have not read the goddamn book, but I know the premise. And I now understand why having a government watching over you constantly is a bad thing. Privacy needs to be respected, and people deserve to be, left alone. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out my ass, but if a child version of me, which was, God, a long ass time ago, 20 something years, when I first played like Spy Fox and stuff, it understood that, or like learned about this and then figured out why it was bad, that means that I was smart enough to deduce why, like, free will is a good thing. And I think we need to get back to that. We need to stop treating kids like an idiot, like they're idiots. Because yeah, you teach them how to spell, you teach them how to write, but if you put references in front of them and then their parents have to explain the references to them, it helps them grow. It helps them develop. And I know not all kids have, you know, parents. I'm well aware of that. But even in those cases, they need to be able to learn that that doesn't make them any lesser than anyone else. I think that is a major thing for, just people in general. People need to realize that they're not alone out there. That there are other peoples that there are other people who feel the way they do. How old am I? 30? I'm 30. God, that's weird to say. I feel like I was 29 just a year ago. Anyway, but truth is that it's why I started writing kids books, because I realized, or well, a kids book, I should say, because I realized that we need to teach the hard lessons to kids, but we don't need to make them feel bad about it. Or we don't need to make them feel different. We don't need to make them feel excluded. We need to show that their differences are what make them great. What the hardships will may suck, but there is a reason for them. Get them in trouble, sure. Like, kid hits another kid, go for it. Get them in trouble. I don't beat them, because that just teaches them that violence makes, like, it teaches them that violence begots violence, and that's a whole another can of worm. But talk to them. Tell them why that's not okay. Explain to them why doing that makes it, like, is just not an okay thing to do, and teach them a lesson from it. Like, if you need to hit something, instead find a creative outlet. Put your anger into a painting or a drawing. Don't or your writings. And then that way, even if they grow up to be an angry person, they have a proper outlet to put it in. And it makes them, I don't know. Oh, you're a bit older than me? So what? It age for most intents and purposes, age is just a number. And if the immortality thing is true, that scientists have figured out how to become immortal, then soon literally age is just going to be a number, and that's very scary for so many reasons. Um I'm not going to get into that, but it's definitely interesting. Um I want to protect kids from the dangers of this world, but they can't be protected from the dangers by not being exposed to them. You need to be able to show that that these dangers exist and this is how you combat them. Like, do I think a kid should be taking drugs? Fuck no. Fuck no. Do I think they should be getting surgeries that they don't need, like fucking plastic surgery and shit like that? No, fuck no. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if to teach a kid to do something, it it requires a delicate touch. But that delicate touch can come from anywhere. It can come from a teacher, it could come like if a kid is attacked at home or, you know, the teacher can a teacher can be someone they can talk to about that, and then they're like, and you know, and then the parents can be punished accordingly depending on, you know, situation to situation. But the point is that they need to know that people are safe to talk to, and that even a stranger can be helpful even if they don't know them. It's a scare. This world is a scary place, and there are tons of bad people in this world. But I think my goal being a writer is I want to help educate kids to stay away from the dangerous situations in a way that they can understand. I know it's weird and cringy, but you know, that's just how it be. But that's okay, right? Listen, I don't pretend to know what kids think. Kids are dumb to an extent. They don't know their limits and stuff like that. But let's get off that topic because we've been talking about kids for a bit. What I do want to talk about is how media or how different shows change like the landscape, because I'm also like I said, I'm starting an animated show, and there is a show that I would like to talk about because it shows exactly what I'm talking. It shows exactly what I was just talking about. A good way to nudge people in the right direction. Go watch Hazbin Hotel season 2, but replace Vox with Trump, and I'm not kidding, that season makes so much more sense, and it is telling it's telling the Trump crowd to fucking wake up. It's like, dudes, we need to work together and we can make this world better. It doesn't matter how much you hate one person for whatever they did, we can make it better. If we work together, don't be an idiot and fall for the hate. Because hate doesn't get us anywhere. We need to love each other. We need to help each other. We need to be on the same side. And the famous line, right, is a house divided cannot stand. But our house is divided right now. This world is divided right now. And this world is destroying itself because it's divided right now. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. We are almost past the point of no return for the climate, and nobody seems to give a shit. And we're getting nowhere with space travel because nobody believes the science anymore. We're getting nowhere on medicine. We're going backwards on medicine because we have people who don't trust the fucking scientists who've done the work. They don't trust the evidence because they're like, yeah, well, I don't give a shit. When the truth is, there are experts in these fields for reasons, and they are trying to help you. But some people just, it seems like they don't want help. And the people who don't want help and who are lying about the people who want to give help, it's a stupid thing. I just wish the world wasn't like that. I'm trying to make the world a better place, but I can't do it alone. I have to do it with you guys. And the more this stream gets around, the more people we gather to help each other, the more we can actually maybe save the world, just one person at a time. And that's all I want to do. I want people to come in here, feel like there's a community here, and feel like they can talk to anyone, and those people will help them if they are in need. I'm a person that, if you ask me to, I will fucking give you the clothes off my back so that you can have something warm to wear. Because I got more clothes, but we only have one lifetime, guaranteed. That's the truth. We only have one guaranteed lifetime, and that's an entirely different topic. Whether you believe you go to heaven or not, or hell or whatever, it doesn't matter. Because you still want to make this life the best you can. How's it going, Bubba Lubba? We're having the hottest summer record here in the UK. 2 trains derailed and everything is so dry, so we're having wildfires. Welcome to California, where we have wildfire season down here. That's all I'm going to say. California has a fire season and shit just burns because we're in the middle of fucking desert. People think life is unfair because that's just how it is. When the truth is, life doesn't have to be this unfair. The truth is that your life is unfair compared to Elon's due to the fact, or like, I don't even have to say Elon. Go with Jeff Bezos, go with George Lucas. I don't fucking care. Pick someone with tons of money. You can even use me as an example for that. Your life is harder than mine due to the fact that The world refuses to work together without a price tag. And that's what makes it fucking suck. We can literally just do favors for each other. We can help each other with food. We can help each other with medicine. We could help each other just to help each other. But for some reason, that mindset is considered the enemy of the world at the moment. And I don't know why. I don't know where this idea came from that helping each other is a bad thing. Because when I was in school, I was taught that helping one another is the way things should be. We should help each other. If you need help with an assignment, go ask the person next to you. Go ask your friend. Go ask the teacher. You need to be able to trust those people, and even if they're wrong, so what? Then go ask someone else next time. Like, that's the honest truth of it. How's it going, Bridget? This world is meant to be. This world is meant for us to share, not for us to fucking buy in. This isn't a gambling table. This is this is a fucking feast that everyone should be able to grab what they need. The Garden of Eden, we didn't get kicked out of the Garden of Eden. We only the only time we got kicked out is when we started putting a price tag on anything. I will say that. We left the Garden of Eden the moment we started we left the Garden of Eden the moment we stopped helping each other. For free. That's it. The Garden of Eden was this magnificent place where life is perfect and and anyone could do anything. We lost that the moment we stopped doing stuff for free for each other. The fact that what's in it for me is such a fucking is like such a common phrase these days that it's not even funny, and that isn't shit on constantly is insane. It makes me feel like the people of this world just don't understand anymore. But like, we can make this world better. We still have the chance to. We can make this place our heaven if we just learn to work together, to help one another, to be to just be human. I feel like look, it makes me feel strange that people will ask me what I'm getting out of helping others. I help because I was also raised to help someone else out. Listen, I'm asked that all the time. How do you live? How do you fucking do the pure charity thing? The truth is, I have a mother who supports this because it is a good thing to do. And I am lucky as shit for that. The fact that I have a well-off parent who is willing to support me and everything I do, pretending to be a little goblin angel on stream because because I am an angel to her in real life. And she knows that all I want to do in this world, I want to make a job out of helping people. And so that's all I do. I'm not asking for your money for me. I don't get paid through this. I get paid because my mom is that good of a person and understands that this world should not be as evil as it fucking is. Yes, I'm getting emotional about this because holy shit, this world is evil right now. We have terrible people in charge. We have terrible people making terrible decisions, killing others for no goddamn reason. And we have, and it's so stupid because even the concept of robbery doesn't make sense to me. Because if we were literally just helping each other, no one would need to steal from anyone. Nobody would need drugs to forget. Nobody would need to live on the street. No, like, literally all of life's problems boil down to not being able to help each other. And it's insane that this is considered a good world currently to some people. When the truth is, just helping one another for no reason, because there's no reason not to help anyone else, is the perfect reason. Like, we don't need anything else besides that. Do we? I mean, I could be wrong. I am absolutely just emotionally rambling right now. But I want it, but I want this place to be good. And I, because it's not good for a lot of people. Something like 19% of this country is in a good spot right now, while everyone else isn't. And I'm sure it's worse if you look at the bigger picture, where maybe not even 5% of the world is in a good spot right now. I would say closer to 2%. I could be wrong. I 100% could be wrong. But helping one another is the most important thing we can do. And I want to help. Donate to me so I can donate to others. Give to me so I can give to others. Help help grow my channel so we can help grow the love for this world and the friendliness that this world needs. A community where people can come talk, come ask for whatever they need, and someone will be like, yeah, I can help you with that. You need $10 to feed your family? Sure. I will give you $10 once in a blue moon. You need medicine. Well, let's see what we can do to help you out with that. We can go find people that can help. I want to make this place a place where people can help each other. We were taught to help one another as kids, but when did we grow out of that? When did we think when did we end up thinking that helping someone else wasn't worth our time? I remember. I remember this because I have a good friend who's coming over tomorrow. Not going to get into who it is, but I have a friend of mine, and they're like, I'm being kicked out of my place. And I'm like, okay, move in with me. A month later, she moved up with me for a good couple years before we all ended up moving out of that place, and we, ended up just living somewhere else. It, it's not hard to help people, especially with money. But I don't think money should be the reason you help someone. I don't think you should help someone for anything in return at all. You should just do it because it's the right thing to do. But the world does not think that way anymore. We don't do things the way we want just because we want to do them. We do them because we have to, or we feel obligated to, or because literally we have no other choice. I say I hate this world quite often. And the reason I say that is because this world isn't what I was promised growing up. I was told the world would be that the world is full of good people. That the world is held together by love for each other and love for humanity. Yeah, the last 12 years have proven that to be a joke. The world is full of hateful people that don't understand that we are just humans. That we need to band together. They don't believe that the planet's dying. They don't believe that we are causing it. They don't believe that there is no way off this earth, that there is a way off this earth. There is no one working together for any other reason than they have an ulterior motive. I I don't blame anyone for it. There isn't a single person to blame. The blame comes from those who are in charge, but it's not even their fault because it spans back even further. Because where did they learn it? And where did they learn it before that? And then before that? If you say it's human nature, it's not. Because I don't think you're not born greedy. You're not born like a dragon is hoarding all of the gold in the world for yourself. But what you are born doing is you're born loving your family. You're born loving your mother. You're born loving your father. No, even if they end up being abusive, you still love them at one point. And love is the default. You were born crying because, well, birth is painful. Let's just put it that way. But you are born to love, and so is everyone else in this world. Those who do not get enough love have anger in their hearts, but they just need to be shown more love. I've seen it. I have a friend. I'm not going into specifics, but you know who you are out there. I have a friend who who still to this day feels so unloved by their parents that they feel so free when they come down to visit me, that they cry tears of joy and they would rather kill than go back to their parents. Obviously not literally, but the truth is that there was a time they that they loved their parents, and when things get bad and your back's against the wall, you find other people to love. And love is the default. Love should always be the default. If this world wasn't so evil, I would offer to lead it to just be a better place. I wouldn't accept anything. You offer me money, I don't want it. You offer me food, I don't care for it. The truth is, I just want to help the people of this world spread the love that is in this world. Because all of you are born loving. And all of you fight for the love that you know you deserve. And it is an insane thing to say. But love, I guess the Beatles had it right. Love is all you need. Capitalism keeps us from working together for no reason because we feel like we need to own something. But if legitimately we didn't own anything, then we would truly be a community that is inseparable. We could help with each other's kids. We could help grow food. We could help with entertainment. We could help telling stories. We could help doing making this world a better place. We could help keep each other safe. This world wouldn't be as scary of a place if we all just helped one another. Of course, you gotta hug Bridget. Brigitte? Bridget. Brigitte. Anyway. I don't know. I don't know how to change this world. I don't know how to fix it. And I will tell you this. If you asked me 3 years ago if I supported any politician, I would have told you no fucking way. Because all the politicians were scumbags, and they still are. Because the politicians want to keep us separate. They don't want us helping each other. And they don't want us being happy. Because if we're happy, then what is there for the government to do? If the world is at peace, there is no use for government. Yeah. But these days, Mamdani gives me hope. Just a tiny bit. That's it. Unfortunately, at the moment. Because he wants to help people for no other reason than to help people. Hydrate, stretch! Thank you, Falcor. Posture check. I don't know. It's kind of crazy how much you change in just a couple years. I guess what I am talking about is socialism, but it's not even that. It's even to an extent, it's anarchism because there is no government. There is nothing but people, and people individually can help each other, and that's all we ever need. As for military, if the world wasn't so scared of each other, then I feel like there is no need for military. I'm mad at the world. We could have had a cool clockwork steam powered future, but everything's stupid computers now. Yellow ducky. Yeah, to an extent. I believe that too. Or I believe that we could have reached other star systems if we just funded fucking NASA properly. Like, the world isn't far off from being good. It isn't. It is within arm's reach. We literally have the means to do it. And Mamdani has proved that. We just don't have, but we just don't have people wanting to help each other anymore. That's how I see it. And that might be the saddest reality, that the planet has a very high likelihood of dying out because we refuse to work together, because we're too scared of one another. We're all just humans. Fucking act like it. Doesn't matter skin color, doesn't matter race, doesn't matter religion, doesn't matter any of this shit. The truth is, if we weren't scared of one another, we would literally have a utopia in this world. If we weren't scared of doing things for each other, we would have a utopia. And I think it I think it's I should write a book about it. But there's not much like, the thing is, the book wouldn't be entertaining because there is no conflict. The conflict is that there was a conflict, and then people resolved it and stopped being scared of each other. That's all. Territory doesn't matter. Territory doesn't exist due to the fact that it's all just land. That's it. We live on land, and territory is just what we call it because we're so afraid of that dude over there. It doesn't matter what dude I'm talking about. You know what I mean. Why can't, like, you hear these people make excuses of why they hate each other. Oh, you shouldn't be allowed in women's bathrooms. Oh, you shouldn't. Oh, you shouldn't be allowed in our church. Oh, you shouldn't be allowed in our country. Bitch, why? We're human too. What the fuck do you mean? I don't care about space. I want airships. I want flying boats. You know what? Fair enough. Solar punk's a thing. Anyway, point being that an actual future where this is possible is just right there out of reach. And the only reason it's out of reach is because of the people that are too scared to actually be nice. You want to solve every problem, individualized bathrooms, so one bathroom equals one stall or whatever, that's fine. Like, we can live with that. Pure neutrality all across the world should be a baseline. We shouldn't be fighting each other. There shouldn't be more world leaders than ever. There should be less. As we If we boil it down, there should be no leaders because we just want to get along. We're just good people helping good people, helping good people, helping good people. And nobody gets paid for that. Feed the hungry. Clothe clothe the poor. Clothe the poor. House the homeless. There is no reason we can't do these things. But for some reason, this world likes to make us think we can't. That's a scary thing. By the way, Yellow Ducky, welcome in. I'm Charity Goblin Ruby, the Charity Goblin here on Twitch, and I stream completely for charity. All my bits, subs, and donations go to Stream for a Cause, which is a charity organization that donates to grassroots charities around the world, and I do it completely non-for-profit. I just want to help. I want to be the kindness this world needs. I want to be an example of what I want this world to become. And I have a feeling after this dark era ends, we're going to have that. Maybe. Maybe not forever. And maybe not to a mass extent, but we will have that for a little while. I believe it. Because hatred may get clicks, but love gets results. We love our brothers and sisters. We love our children and our future generations. And we love feeling comfortable. And we should love our neighbors just as much. We shouldn't be teaching kids to be afraid just because someone's different. Everyone's different. That's the entire point. No two of us are the same. You may find someone you're very much alike, but that doesn't mean you're the same as them. You may find someone who thinks they're a bad person, but really they're just trying to do a good thing in a really wrong way. Using me as an example, you could say that eat the rich. I would be eaten along with them. But I guess part of me would be okay with that because I'm I'm all for you using the assets that I leave behind to make this world a better place. I would sacrifice myself to make this world a better place. And that's all I want for this world is I want people to stand up and fight for love, not hate. I want people to show that they can love each other, that they can love even the people who are most vile to them. Just because we have right wingers and left wingers, that shouldn't divide us. We are still people. We are humans. We are brothers. We are sisters. It doesn't matter who we are. Let's go on to a more fun topic. How's that? There's a new. So speaking of worlds, there's a new D&D session I've been playing in. Go watch it on. Go check it on Gob the Goblin's channel over on YouTube. It's called Scheduled Conflicts. Journey into Iga. Whoo, baby! It's going to be a fun one, and the campaign is starting off strong. We got some really cool players. I know a few good people, and you know, I'm feeling you're all going to have fun. If anyone's going to PAX, I'm going to be there at the. I'm going to be at PAX West this year, so come and say hi if you see me. You guys know what I look like, so I just hope this world becomes a better place. I'm going to be honest about that. I I want greed to be a thing of the past because I truly don't think it exists. Ooh, I have all the money. Congratulations, you have all the money. I have all the food. You're going to eat your money now? Like, because what I'm going to be honest, what is the goal of capitalism? Like, does one guy just end up with all the fucking money? I I've always wondered this because like you have the billionaires, trillionaires, and whatever, but what happens when all the money gets funneled up to one person? Congratulations, you won capitalism. No one else has money. What now? Well, nothing, right? You won capitalism. You have all the money in the world. Okay, now what? How do we eat? Well, I guess the answer is we just be nice to each other. We do. That's the answer. We just give each other food because they're not the ones making the food. We because it all boils down to we have the resources for everyone on this planet to survive. We just ain't doing it because those people don't have the money. But that's not a good thing. That is not something to be proud of. We should get like everyone should have clean drinking water, food, housing, and you know, I don't want to say whatever they want, but effectively, yeah, whatever they fucking want. Everyone should be able to lead the life they want to live. Medicine as well. Thank you so much, Liam. But yeah, and again, this isn't a government thing. I'm not talking politics here. I'm talking how populations should act within populations. This is just how people should be. This is just how people should exist. Everyone everyone can go do the work they want to do and everyone can help everyone else. You need food? All right. I'll grow you some tomatoes. You know, you want a computer? I'll help you build a PC. You need memory? Oh, I know this guy Jim, he makes memory. You want to go to space? L- let's get you trained up to go to space. The truth is, it's not that it's not that far from where we are. That future, that past, that existence, I guess I should say. That existence isn't far from where we are. Anyway, I'm getting too caught up on this topic. You guys ever, you know what? I do want to bring up one more thing. You guys ever hear of Coconut Island? The Coconut Island thought experiment about why capitalism is bad? It's an interesting one, and there is no argument for it. You can't argue against it because it is objectively correct, and you can't say it's not capitalism because it 100% is. So the premise is you are stuck in a plane crash. You wake up on a deserted island. You find that one dude survived the plane crash with you, and he has collected all of the food and water on the island so that you don't get any. And he says, "You have to do what I say Or else you're not getting any food or water. Well, now, ain't that a fun little thought experiment? What do you do? Steal from the guy? Oh, he's got a gun. Okay, then what do you do? Um, it's literally how our government works. Basically, they make all the cash, they hold all the capital, and then we have to do what they say, or else we get killed for it, or we get treated like less than human. And it's honestly one of the scariest things in this world. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be that way. That's just how the world works right now. But it doesn't have to work like that. If people were only kinder, if people actually, helped each other, if people did everything they could to befriend one another, if people didn't just give up. Sure, there are people with mental disabilities that make the world a little more challenging to live in. But the truth is, they aren't as dangerous as everyone else. Well, they're not more dangerous than everyone trying to help each other. So next time your neighbor wants to help or asks for help, go do it. Don't ask for anything in return. Maybe a cup of water, maybe some lemonade, but nothing actually in return. Talk with them, get to know them, make a community. I want this to be a community where everyone is welcome. And I think it is a very good place to be. I have hope for this world. It may be misplaced. It may end up being misplaced, but it's true. I do have hope. But it doesn't come without effort and work and uniting people in just wanting to be people. Because eventually, everyone gets bored of what they do. And eventually, they'll want to do something else. That's just the human condition, right? You do something long enough, you'll get bored of doing it. Then you move on to something else. You do that. And then when you get bored of doing that, you move on to something else, and something else, and something else. Except for those who can't. But everyone should have that choice. That choice to move on to something else that they do want to do. I no longer want to. I no longer want to fucking grow wheat. I want to go help fish up some fish from the stream. Or, you know, people can just be people and exist as good people, and that's it. Like, it's idiotic to think otherwise. And the truth is, we're on our we're on our way to I have no mouth and I must scream levels of horror in this world. AIs are already getting loose, and cyberpunk is not a fantasy I look forward to living in the near future. Of course, of course, the rich won't let us have cybernetic arms or anything like that. No, we'll just be, well, left out to dry. So we may not even get to see the cyberpunk world. But we know how shit that world is. And that world teaches you one lesson. You either die in a blaze of glory fighting everything that you hate, or you die quiet and alone by yourself. There is no middle ground in Cyberpunk. And that's the scary part about that future. Go watch Cyberpunk Edgerunners if you haven't for the exact version of what I'm talking about. Because that reality is going to exist here in about, give it 100 years, maybe less. We're going to be right there. I want to learn sewing and crocheting initially for cosplay, but I plan on donating blankets I make with leftover material. I'll have. I know it won't be much, but I want to help my community. Help everyone. That's the entire point. Helping one another is the best thing. You know what? Do I want to do that? I'll prove it to you. Come on. All you really need is the first, like, 2 to 3 episodes of Edgerunners to see what future we are headed toward. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Enjoy the gifted subs as we try to grow this community. Because this community is all about love and helping each other out. That's all I want for this community. I want you guys to go and help people because my stomach makes it so I can't do the work that I want to. But you guys can. I'm not a politician. I'm never going to be able to be an elected official. But I want to set everyone on the right course. Because loving each other and helping one another is the best way to exist. And it's the only way to exist equally. Everyone gets the help they need. Everyone gets everything that they need. The only thing that isn't needed is money or leaders. And if you're too scared to ask someone for help, then that's on that's on you for being scared of a world that is truly friendly. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to get out of this slump because the truth is this world is evil right now because evil people run it. I don't know how or when they got in power, but they've been running it for a long time. And they're the ones that keep us separated. The Red Scare, scared of our neighboring countries, scared of each other's religions, scared of each other's lifestyles, scared of each other's lovers, scared of each other's, etc., etc. Whether it's helping hand, well, it's a whether it's a helping hand to one or a massive charitable donation towards others, one small act of kindness can make the world a better place. And that's what this stream is. It's one small act of kindness that I want to keep cascading into more. I want more acts of kindness in this world. That's all I want. But kindness doesn't get you viewerships. Viewership. Kindness doesn't even get you sponsorships. Honesty doesn't get you anything, unfortunately, in this world. Individuals streaming with the option to tip them to is honestly a great start to view what people can do when we help each other. Like, streamers might be the most, like, if a streamer can live off of streaming, that means they are living off of the help of others. And if a streamer can do it, why can't the rest of the world? Like, I just want that to settle in for a second, please. Think about that. A streamer's entire life is is being paid for by the people that watch the stream. The people who watch the stream want to help them so much that the person can live off of their help. That's all I'm going to say. It it requires a large amount of care. And the truth is that helping others, you don't know if they're a good person or a bad person, but that shouldn't matter. Because bad people exist, but bad people aren't bad people just to be bad, right? Bad people are bad people because of how they are raised, how they don't understand anything, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't help them. People who murder need mental help. People who steal from others need help to get what they need. You don't steal just to steal. You steal because you can't afford what someone else has. You don't do you don't do drugs because you want to do drugs. You do drugs because you either want to forget or you want to take the edge off of how stressful your life has become. Same with alcohol. Same with I'm not suggesting getting rid of those things. I'm suggesting that people need to if the world was a better place, there would be less of a need for these things. In fact, if everyone was willing to help each other, there would be no need for stealing. There would be no need for hurting others. There would be no ability to hurt others. You try to hurt someone, then everyone comes to their aid. Communal communal villages used to be a thing. Children were raised by villagers. They weren't raised by just two people. Like, I want a city where it is completely self-sustained and people are just helping each other to help each other. And they all trust each other completely due to the fact that there is nothing wrong. It's a scary thing. There's a reason the term "it takes a village" used to mean something. Well, yeah, it used to mean something, but no longer does, and that's the scary part about it, right? Like, it does take a village to raise a child. And I think we lost the meaning of that. There are teachers, there are people who understand things that others do not. They exist, and they can still teach. Capitalism was needed at one point in this world, but now that this world is smart enough, we can keep advancing on our own by teaching each other for no reason, no cost, no anything. Education should be free, and there should be no difference between going to Harvard and going to a fucking county community college. Ancient Greeks would often just get together, drink wine, and have a gay old time. Not because they want to forget about their hard life, but to celebrate the growth of their communities. Can we go back to that? Exactly. Where is that? Parks used to be a safe place, but now people don't think they're safe anymore because homeless people. But guess what? Homeless people exist because of the problem that they can't buy homes. And homes are a dime a dozen. Like, I'm not kidding. But for some reason, we need to pay a fortune to even have a roof over our heads. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. I don't know. I don't know anything about this world. Well, I say that, but I've been talking a lot. But seriously, you the question you want trans girls in women's bathrooms? I don't care. If you really feel that strongly about it, just put in gender neutral bathrooms. I really don't give a shit. Because the truth is that all of that is safer than anything else. Like, having a community that can stop bad things from happening is exactly what you need. It's I wish I could explain all this better, but I can't. The I have no way of having any I have no way of knowing how to get from where we are now to where I want us to be. But I know it starts with people just being willing to help one another. So realize that there's a reason we guillotined lords and kings. So why would we want landlords? Kind of the point, right? Like, the point exists that we have fought against tyrants throughout all of human history, but we still haven't learned to work together somehow, despite us toppling so many governments. As humans, I'm not like Rome fell. Fucking Ru- the Russian leadership got decapitated because of the people. The French lost or the French lost their king and queen because they offered the people cake. Oh boy. I'm not saying we need to have a bloody revolution. That's not what I'm saying at all. In fact, I'm saying the exact opposite. If we stop using their money and are just good for the sake of being good, we win. What the fuck are they gonna do? Like, seriously. We stop using their money or any money whatsoever and we just help each other? What are they gonna do? Stop helping each other. You don't get any fancy computers. Well, you don't know how to make them without us. Uh, like, I'm not crazy here. Am I? Like, we legitimately could just stop using their money and then be like, oh yeah, we're not using that shit. No one can afford it. We're just helping each other for the sake of helping each other. There's no money transferring hands from anywhere. That's the way the bottom climbs up. The We all need to help each other for the cost of nothing. That's it. And that's how you get that's how you get this world from being evil to being good, is you get it from going from helping each other to everyone else helping each other to everyone else helping each other till finally there is no use for anything, for any money whatsoever, because we're just helping each other to help each other. World peace is may sound ridiculous, but that's only because it doesn't come from the top down. World peace should come from the bottom up, and we should push for it. We should stop charging people to order food. We should just make them food. We should stop paying people to fucking pick the flour or pick the grain or work the fields. We we should house them for doing stuff like that. We should be out there helping them. We need to become a community where the globe is just where you live and it's got no other purpose than that. Oh yeah, I live over here. Oh, what's that place called? We're just part of the world. We're all part of the world. And it exists. Call me a fucking hippie if you want, because I am saying hippie ass shit. And yeah, it's not realistic, but it's true. If people started helping each other from the bottom up, not not for any cost, then the top is no longer the top. The bottom has now become the top because the bottom are helping everyone for free, and we are helping them for free, and we are helping everyone for free. So the top has now just become on even level with everyone else. We shouldn't. This world doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why we're not doing this. I legitimately have no idea why we're not doing this. And it makes me sad. Because I've seen this world. I've met these people. I know good people exist. Even if they think they're bad. Good people exist because good people help other people. And those are the actions that should matter. Things and legitimately, we have this world automated enough that houses could be free and no one should, and money could be obsolete because we could just keep inventing things to make jobs easier and easier till we don't have to do anything. And it's a scary ass thing to think about because nobody talks about that. We are getting to the point where we are making robots that can do anything. We have since the Industrial Revolution, we've had assembly lines that could be fully automated to just being like factories, and it could be solar powered. So it's not like, uh, the only reason it's not is because corporations say so. And it is the most disgusting part of this world. This world sickens me. But I have not given up on it. And if you ask any of my friends, I do not give up. When I have my mind set, I keep it set. And I try to do everything in my power to make everyone's life as good as I can. But I can't do it alone. If you believe in my journey to become big enough to actually make changes, I am asking you. A dollar donation goes a long way. A gift sub goes even farther. Because right now, this world needs kind people. And if we are to get out of this, we literally just need to be good people. And we need to fight the most evil, hate filled fear of others that exists in this country, in this world. It's not even this country, it's in this world. By being friendly and showing that there is nothing to fear. They kill one of us, 10 of us will take them down and make sure that that they get the help they need and they get the understanding that they deserve. Because they are just as scared as us. They want this world to be better, they just don't know how to make it better. They say things they don't understand and they fight because they are scared. And that is all. There are more LGBT peeps than there are CEOs. Well, there are more people than there are CEOs. I'm just going to say that. Because this isn't about the LGBT. This isn't about left or right. This is about just being a good person and just helping each other. Which helping a stranger can be scary, but it's not as scary as you think, because then it inspires one to help another, and help another, and help another, until we have a butterfly effect of everyone just helping everyone just cuz. We stop using their money, there is nothing stopping us from attaining anything we want. It's an insane world that we live in. It's not a fun one. Not anymore. The early 2000s it was pretty fun. But even then, a family can mean anything. A family doesn't have to be a mom, a dad, two kids, or whatever. A family is anyone that you feel close and comfortable with. And I think the world has the ability to be one giant family. Because all they need to do is show kindness and not show hate. I don't care if you're religious or not. I welcome anyone in this chat. I do. I welcome anyone in this chat. Right wing, left wing, doesn't matter. As long as you're not causing trouble. Because this is not a place for hate. This is a place for us to spread love. Love and caring for one another. I don't know how else to put that. Because the world doesn't seem to understand that either. And there is no way from getting from where we are now to getting there in the foreseeable future, but we have to start. We have to start one way or another, helping one person at a time. So keep on helping people. Keep on offering to do stuff without pay, or, just do one good act. Sometimes that's all it takes. One good act, one time not giving up on someone, one time helping someone out. All it ever takes is one time. And then that person may do something for someone else. Tell them to pass it along. And someone else, and someone else. Keep passing the good acts along, the acts of kindness, the acts of help, the acts of. And not even because there's any reason to. I don't know what else to say about it. But I'm sick of this world being so full of hate, so full of anger, so full of people killing each other. Out of pure fear of one another. Or because made up lines drawn in the sand over 100 years ago tell you to hate someone. It is all idiotic. It truly is. And trust me, I know I'm privileged. Do not get me wrong. I know I'm privileged. I know I am beyond privileged, and I know people are going to stick their nose up at me saying, yeah, well, you're only saying that because you have such a good life. And it's like, no, you are born with the ability to be kind. You are born to be kind. You are born to love and affection. Whether that love ends up being good or not is a different story altogether. But you are born to love and affection. You are born to that. The fact that we lose that as we get older is the saddest part of our fucking lives, and we need to realize that. We need to realize how fucking sad that is. That we are born, we are loved, and we grow up to hate because we are afraid. I, God, I'm getting lightheaded from this. Jesus Christ. Um, I don't know what else to say here. I know people aren't going to take this seriously. I'm going to send this to my mom and see if she understands what I'm trying to say. Because I our reach only limits us due to the fact that the algorithms are against friendship. The algorithms are against love. The algorithms are against working together. The algorithms want us to fucking hate each other and compete. The algorithms want us to talk about drama. But the real drama is that we aren't allowed to love one another. And nobody is talking about it. Not a soul in the world is talking about it. But that mayor in New York City gives me hope that maybe we could turn this world around. But I also have to say, it's probably not going to be in my lifetime. And that might be the saddest thing about it. Because I do plan to have kids. I plan to raise them to be just as friendly and as loving as I am. To help one another. To help people just because it's good to help people. Maybe in their lifetime, they will see this utopia. Either that, or they won't be able to grow old because this world is dead due to the fact that we're not working together with each other. I don't know what's sadder. I don't. The fact that there's a possibility that my kids don't get to grow old, or the fact that this world is going to die because we cannot love. Kemi Kurosa, I see your message. I'm what you're saying has merit, but it's not it's not worth the fight. My point is that love is the only way forward, not hate. Because we've had hate. I've seen hate. I see it every day. I see people look into my eyes and tell me that I am not worth saving. You're not going to love people who shoot you. And do you see my point? That helping one another might be the scariest thing you ever have to do. That is my exact point. You literally just proved it. You can help people who want to be helped, not people who want to make other people's lives worse. But those people wouldn't exist. Here's the thing. Those people only exist because of the system we live in. Because of the world we live in. The world we live in has driven people so far to fear that they want to kill each other for no goddamn reason. That is the truth. That is the truth. And it makes no sense. If this world gets torn down and we just raise it up from the ashes again, that's a problem. We need to tear this world down and make it better, not worse. I never said anything about kind words. Kamisarosa. I never said anything about kind words. I also never said anything about not taking action against people who do harm. You need to remember that those that do harm are a small minority of the human race. That's the truth behind it. We outnumber them 100-1. We can beat anyone because we outnumber them. Good can always win out over evil. Dorina, how's it going? Welcome in. We are just chatting about how this world could be a better place just by being friendly and by not giving in to fear. Thank you all for joining us. For those who do not know me, I am Charity Goblin Ruby, the Charity Goblin here on Twitch. I stream completely for charity. All my bits, subs, and donations go to Stream for a Cause, which is a charity organization that gives to grassroots charities all across the world. How's it going, Moonwalkers? Thank you all for joining us. But again, Kami Sarosa, you are missing the point. If we start from the bottom up, helping each other for no goddamn reason, with no money, nothing standing in our way, then everyone gets the help they need. And if anyone starts trouble, we outnumber them 100-1. Hell is a construct. Hell is a construct made made by people in power to make us believe that we can't escape. When when friendship and working together is literally all it takes to escape. We can get back to Eden if we just all work together and we're friends. That's it. If we don't fear each other, then we can work together to beat everything. That's the message. The world works together. How's it going, Gary? Hope you're doing well. Hi everyone, I'm Charity Goblin Ruby, the Charity Goblin here on Twitch. I stream completely for charity. All my bits, subs, and donations go to Stream for a Cause, which is a charity organization that gives to people in need all across the world. How's it going? I'm glad you are well. We're talking about how the world could be a better place if we just helped each other for no reason whatsoever. And if we weren't afraid of helping each other. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. How, like, governments wouldn't be needed, territory wouldn't exist, and if we all just work together, we could make a utopia. Like, yeah, spend even 15 minutes helping a person, and it's a huge difference. Like, that's what I'm saying. One good act can cascade into 1,000 more good acts. And if we like just stopped using money, I'm not kidding. If everyone from the bottom up stops using money, then there is no reason that this can't actually happen. It may sound insane, but hey, nobody's using money anymore to buy food, weapon, whatever. What are the CEOs going to do about it? I just helped you. What is that going to say? Nothing wrong with utopian ideals. Exactly. Something to strive for. It's never going to happen in my lifetime. That's my point. And that's the sad part about it, because the truth is that all of the hate stems from fear or lack of what we need. Of course, Nexi. Howdy. Thank you so much for your first time chat. And if we get rid of all of that, which is very possible when when people are just kind to one another, then the few that try to make trouble are outnumbered. Those who don't want to get along are completely outmatched. 1,000 to 1. Or even more so. Alrighty, have a good one, Gerg. I'll see you later. Let me know if you want to play some stuff later. Maybe not tonight, but maybe tomorrow. Anyway. I'm probably going to call it here soonish due to the fact that I've been chatting for 2 hours. Dude, I've been wanting to play with you for like ever, and I know we can get a Melody in as well. So you reach out to her, and then reach out to me. Let me know. But yeah, this world is beyond cruel, but it doesn't need to be. This world is hell, but it doesn't need to be. If everyone had just worked together for no reason whatsoever, there is nothing stopping us from creating a utopia. But people won't do that because people are too scared to do that. What are they going to do? Arrest us? For what? Hey, that man gave me a tomato. Why? Because. Like, seriously, what are they going to do? We live on Coconut Island currently. We shouldn't. We need to fucking stop that bullshit and actually, live. We need to live our lives. We need to fucking, like, work together to actually live. Again, if you aren't familiar with the Coconut Island argument, it's very simple. It's a thought experiment to show you why capitalism is bad. And if you do not understand it, then here's how it goes. You and one other person crash land on an island with nothing but coconuts and a little bit of fresh water. Or, well, a good amount of fresh water, a fresh spring. You are unconscious. You wake up second to the person who crashed with you. You walk around the island, see that there's no food and no water, and that guy has taken all of the food and water and said, now you have to do what I say, or else you don't get any food or water. What are you gonna do? If you say rob him, he's got a gun. So, good try. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna do what he says? Because if you do what he says, then you're still at it's you're not doing it out of your own free will. If you're not going to do what he says, you starve to death. Hey, that sounds like capitalism. It's a very weird thing. This world is very strange, and I hate it. But Zoran Momdani, if this somehow gets to you, you are the one hope I have for this world. And that means everything to me. You are the one who keeps me wanting to fight for a better world, for a utopia where we can just help everyone. Be smart. Be careful. And remember, no matter how much people hate, it's only because they're scared. We need to show them that there is nothing to fear. Because that fear is what drives the hatred. And that's just how it is. I am going to go right into someone. Let's see. Ooh, what are you doing?
The same thing I did. I followed that.
She's a PNG. Oh, we gotta go into her. Okay. Let's go into Human One. Human One is a friend of the streams, and I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I know this has been a different stream, and I know I don't usually talk about my views on the world, but I felt like this needed to be said. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Charity Goblin Ruby, the Charity Goblin here on Twitch. And I want to spread love throughout this world. And I want you all to do the same. Do everything in your power to spread love. Have a good one, everyone. Goodbye.